A nightmare is to follow your dream.
Are you fucking crazy?
Hey artists, happy Tuesday. I'm feeling much better than last week, so don't worry, I will not be venting like I did in my last video. But I do have to say, if you haven't watched it yet, I think it's very important for every artist to see. It holds some truths and facts that are very important to know about yourself while pursuing your dreams. This week, I want to talk about something that I think is really important, and that is finding your artist's identity. Who are you as an artist? So many artists that I know are reaching for that big picture. They want the fame, they want the fans, and they want the fortune. Others just want it to be their hobby. And there's so many other artists out there that just want to make music their career, have it be their living, and make money off of doing what they love. Success looks different for everyone. All artists are different and all artists want something different. A friend of mine actually sparked this concept for me, so I set up an interview with him so that we could discuss it and dig deeper into the conversation. And I really hope that it helps you learn who you are and to find what you're looking for as an artist. Hey Dan, thank you so much for being my first guest artist on my new channel. Very excited to have you.
Yes, hello Michelle. I am excited to be here too.
Awesome. Dan and I actually met on TikTok. And I don't know who followed who or like how it got started, but ever since, we have been supportive of each other. I want to just have you kind of introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, kind of like who you are as an artist. I don't know how to say your last name. So
Oh, sure.
if you want to correct that for me, because I know I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, so my name's Daniel Kostreva Jr.
Okay.
It's Polish name, and that's the American way to say it.
Oh, cool.
Kostreva.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, I definitely would have butchered that, so I'm glad that I didn't say it.
sure, no problem. I'm 32 years old, and I've been playing guitar since I was 11, bass since I was about 15, off and on. High school doing like just talent shows, different little events, playing there. Jazz band in middle school and a little bit in high school. After I graduated high school, went to college, I entered religious life. I was actually a Franciscan friar with the brown robes and the rope,
Okay.
and was part of like the music ministry for that. And so I ended up playing guitar for like praise and worship songs or some original music that we made. I went to World Youth Day in Spain and played in a big prayer tent with 10,000 people on the spot. I just walked in there and one of the nuns looks like Mother Teresa. She hands me a guitar and says, "You're going to play us a song." I was like, "Okay, I'm
That
going
would
to play
have
you
been
a
a
song."
little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but you know what? It was because it was like a gift from me. I didn't see it as an opportunity for me to shine. But I was like, I can do this, and I want to make a gift of this. And it's a cool story, but at the same time, I didn't do it for me,
Absolutely.
but I was in that experience, so it was pretty cool.
That is amazing.
Um,
So
yeah, and then
you've been in the music for a long time.
yeah, I've been into it and doing it. I'm not a professional. I guess I just recently became a professional, but not. It's not like my day job. It's not something I do around the clock. I have a job. I like my job. It pays well. It's
Mhm.
consistent, and I like it. I like who I work with, and I also like playing music. And I don't have any dreams or aspirations to like shoot to the top. I
Mhm.
just like doing it.
Yeah, I do want to get into that because you left a very intriguing comment on my part 2 video of getting started. I wrote down a little bit of what you were saying because I really liked how you worded it. So you left a comment and you spoke about figuring out what type of path you can take in music and that there's so many options. You don't have to do the big path. You don't have to take the most successful beyond make millions type of path. So do you think you could like expand a little bit on that? Because I really liked what you were talking about.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it earlier. I landed this kind of regular gig where I get a small amount of cash to play my instrument for these people, on a regular basis. literally what we mean by professional. Professional doesn't mean expert, you
Oh,
know?
absolutely. Yeah.
And that's a lot of people think professional. No, it means you just got paid to do it. And honestly, I would have done it for free because
Hmm.
I just want to play out. And I love the visceral experience of the physical vibrations in the air, like interacting, so that even affects how I feel and think. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's a pretty massive experience. So I just love that. And just doing a little cover gig at a bar to do that is enough for me. But then I know some people that make commissions for streamers. Like they contact them. Like my friend Michael, he makes commissions for like Pokemon or anime video game themed streamers, like transitions, things like that. And he does what he loves. He loves making that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
and he gets paid to do it.
Right.
And he has a job too, as well. And
Right.
then it doesn't have to be. It can be where you sacrifice everything, and that's like commendable because that's your choice.
Right.
I have a friend that I met through TikTok and Instagram in Canada that also does Twitch streaming and other different streaming platforms. And he'll promote his own original creations. And then during the stream, he plays the drums to whatever songs you want. Just send the YouTube link and he'll play the drums to that song.
That's
And
amazing.
it's just fun, interactive. People enjoy it and they donate.
Yeah.
And he makes a viable living off of that. And so if you're not comfortable in front of a stage, but you want to do live stuff like on a stream, there's that potential. There's playing on a small stage in your local bar or playing on a grand stage on a festival tour or whatever. Like
Hmm.
you have to really understand what it is that you want and what it will take to get there, and not be swayed, like not allow it's hard. It's very hard to not be swayed or allow other people to sway your direction.
Hmm.
But I think the most important thing is just to be true to what you want to do in every avenue. There's many avenues, and it doesn't have to be just one path.
I think a lot of the time social media influenced a lot of people to think
Hmm.
that, oh, if I'm not famous and I'm not making it big, I'm not successful. So,
Absolutely.
exactly. So I wanted to get into that a little bit with you. Not everybody is looking to be a big star. Not everybody, like I mean, so many people that I know are reaching for that really big picture and they want the fame, the fortune, the fans, they want the big picture. And I think that when you're trying to find your musical journey and who you are as an artist, it's really important to kind of know that you don't have to fall into the trends. A lot of the times, I think everyone wants their video to be the big thing, the big everything. And it's just a lot of the times, like the stuff that I post, I also love doing comedy. So I like to make comedic videos and all that stuff. And
Sure.
I'm not really like, yeah, it'd be awesome if things went viral, you get followers, you get more attention. That's cool. But at the end of the day, I really do post for myself and my personality. And I just want to post the things that make me happy. And,
Hmm.
whoever it reaches, then that's just gravy. But I think that it's important to like be yourself, know who you are as an artist, figure out what you're looking for in the industry. And you don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have to do all the trends. You don't, like there has to be a fine line between wanting it too much and then also losing yourself in the mix of it.
Yeah, and here's the struggle is like we need money to like survive.
Oh, for sure. So
And so what's the
sad.
easy and best way to get money?
Hmm.
And we kind of let that be a distraction to why is it in the first place that we love the art that we love, be
Right.
it visual art or musical or any type of art, you
Absolutely.
know. And then like they see these people are living large and having it very easy life. Like that's an easy temptation to just kind of forget about the art and chase after the dollar bill.
Do you know how many times I'm like, all I have to do is post one picture of my foot on this crazy website. And it's just like, it is so hard. It's so hard to like stay humble and to do it the modest way and to do it the honest way. For me, I think finding my artist identity and who I wanted to be did come pretty naturally to me. You know, I always say that I'm a writer first and a singer second. Even as a kid, you know, I started writing songs when I was 8 years old. And I knew at such a young age that I loved songs that told a story, and I loved songs that had me feel something, or I knew that I could go to it if I needed to feel happy or sad. So like I kind of took that and branched off of that. And, you know, I grew up with my dad writing and reading poetry. My mom was in a band. She plays guitar, she sang. So I think being in a creative family also helped mold who I was. For me, I'm like a little torn because I do want music to be my full-time career. I want to win a Grammy. I want to fill arenas and have that big picture. But then at the same time, I don't necessarily want to be famous. So it's like, it's really hard to have one without the other. And I totally understand the whole Sia thing. You know, how she doesn't face the crowd. She wants her identity private. She doesn't want to be famous, but she wants music to be her life. She wants to, of course, make money off of it, doing what her passion is. And I relate so much to that. I'm in a spot where it's tough because my passion takes control, and I love it so much that I'm willing to kind of lose the simplicity and the quietness of life.
Sure. And a question I often ask myself is the juice worth the squeeze?
I love that.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
And
like that's ultimately up for you to decide. Because at the end of the day, no one cares about you more than you care about yourself.
I think so many people would relate to that. So I'm happy you said that.
Every action we take has consequences, whether it's a good consequence or bad consequence. And so alongside, if you're trying to discern, like if you want to discern if the juice is worth the squeeze or not, it's like, are the consequences, the good and the bad consequences, worth enduring? If we try to take from like our fans, our audience, that's like a greedy way. But if we want to give, I feel like gift and gift and gift inspires gift to be returned to you as well. 100%. But it's all gift. And I think if we keep that in mind, like, do I want to follow this path? Do I want to follow these, bear with the consequences? And how can I be a gift in this? I think we'll be taken care of.
I think so. And I think that a lot of the times you're kind of just born with your destiny inside of you, no matter how you get to it. I think at the end of the day, even if you're trying to reach for something you're not, at the end of the day, who you truly are is going to come and find you. I really, truly appreciate you coming on the show to discuss this, because I think finding your artist identity is really important. And it's important to know that there's so many other options out there for you, and you could truly find what you're aiming for yourself. Like we talked about, it's important to do it for you as well. So is there anything you want anybody to know about you? I know that you're not looking for that whole fame thing, but you could always, let everyone know your TikTok. They could watch you jam out on your duet videos.
The only thing that I could really want to finish off and as a last statement message about me is like, I just want to do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah. And I love that. And you should do it.
Come what may. But I'm seeking that path of, I enjoy this. And when I know that I'm not enjoying this, I take a break.
Yeah.
But I never give it up. So I enjoy it,
Yeah. And that's the smartest way to go about it.
Yeah. And that's, I think, the end, I would say, like the period to everything I said today. And if you want to hang out and chat and jam with me on TikTok, maybe we can link it in the description or something. I don't know.
Absolutely. Yep.
And then, that's probably primarily where I interact. And I love just meeting people and having honest exchanges.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. You were my first guest, so that means something.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it too.
Yeah, of course. So I'll put your information in the description so that people can find you, even if it's just to make a connection, to ask you a question, because you do have knowledge. You've been doing this for years. So it's just a good connection for other artists. Thank you so much, Dan. And we'll keep in touch on TikTok and everywhere else.
Wonderful. All right. Take
Okay.
care.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.